surfing has become very popular these days. But one particular man stands above all the other surfers in the country. So, as we're getting things situated back here, we're kind of trying to coax him in from the water to say a few words to his many television admirers. So here he comes down on that huge wave, displaying the beautiful form that won him the title, Mr. Surfboard. Oh, Mr. Surfboard. Hi there. Mr. Surfboard, you've been surfing all day wearing a business suit. Don't you ever wear a bathing suit?
No, I never wear a bathing suit.
That's because you never fall in?
No, that's because I have a terrible body.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm awfully sorry.
Not as sorry as I am, kid.
Well, tell me, Mr. Surfboard, what particular stunt do you consider earned you the title Mr. Surfboard?
The stunt that earned me the title Mr. Surfboard. Yes, that would be the stunt where I stand on the surfboard backwards with my eyes closed.
And you don't fall in the water?
Well, I've never tried that in the water. Works pretty good in my living room, but I've never tried it in the water.
I see. Well, don't you do any stunts in the water?
Are you kidding? Why, I do some of the most fabulous stunts ever seen in the water. Why, I'm the only man that can ride a surfboard on top of a 70-foot wave with 6 girls perched on my shoulder. Would you believe it? 6.
That's pretty hard to believe.
Would you believe 5?
I don't think so.
How about 2 Barbie dolls?
Mr. Surfboard.
Yes.
Could we be a little serious for a moment, please?
Well, all right, but I thought a change of pace might be nice.
Yes, well, I'm sure we all like to know the story of how surfing got started.
Oh, really? Yes. Well, that's a wonderful story, the story of how surfing got started. You see, it all happened when there was a shipwreck in the Pacific, and one survivor floated aboard on a board to an island and lived there for a long time.
That's the story of surfing?
No, that's the story of Robinson Crusoe.
Oh, that's very nice.
Would you like to hear the 3 little pigs?
No, I don't think so.
How about Goldilocks and the 3 bears?
Sir.
Who's been eating my porridge?
Mr. Surfboard.
Yes,
Mr. Surfboard,
yes.
please. Sir, I understand you're serving as technical advisor for a new surfing movie. Now, could you tell me the name of that picture, please?
The new surfing movie that I'm serving as technical advisor for. Yes, well, that would be Beach Blanket Muscle Bingo.
I see.
Surfboard, City, Ocean Wave, A-Go-Go.
Good.
Watusi, Frug, Jerk, Saltwater Wipeout.
Mr. Surfboard.
Hot Rod Bikini Rumble Party.
Fine.
Teenage Drag Race is the name of the picture.
Tell me, Mr. Surfboard, will that be in CinemaScope?
Yeah, only the title. That will be in.
Well, tell me, Mr. Surfboard?
Yes, what is it?
How do you make your living?
Frank, we're really moving now.
How do you make your living?
Yes, sir.
How do you make your living, sir?
A living. How do I make a living? Well, I'm not quite sure now, but I think, yes, I happen to have a very successful singing group. We sing surfing songs.
I see. How did you form your group?
Well, one day I was strolling along the street when I heard one of the boys.
He was singing?
No, he was screaming. You see, a truck had run over his foot.
I see.
Well, he sounded pretty good to me, so I signed him up. There's only one trouble.
What's that?
Well, every time we record now, we have to run a truck over his foot. Sounds terrible on his own.
Run a truck over his foot?
Yes, that's right.
What's the name of this group?
We call it the Teamsters. Little humor there, Frank.
Tell me, Mr. Surfboard, is it very successful?
Oh, are you kidding? Why, it's one of the most successful groups in the country. Why, just 2 months ago, we did our act at Yankee Stadium in front of 65,000 screaming people.
Wow, that must have been quite a triumph.
Yes, well, we didn't go over quite as well as we expected.
Well, why was that?
There's a football game going on at the time.
I see.
Yes, that was between the Giants and the Packers.
Well, Mr. Surfboard.
Yes, 30-27.
Mr. Surfboard.
A field goal in the last
Mr.
quarter.
Surfboard, please.
Yes, what is it, please?
Didn't I see your group on one of these teenage shows the other night?
Yes, our group was on one of these teenage shows the other night. It was packed to the rafters.
Well, tell me, quite frankly, sir.
Yes?
Don't you think it's a little ridiculous that all that hysterical, incoherent screaming and yelling every time you perform?
Yeah, well, yes, but don't forget, the audience makes a lot of noise, too.
Well, Mr. Surfboard, what do you consider the most dangerous thing you've ever done?
Outside of this routine, you mean?
Yes.
Yes, outside of this routine. Well, I would say that the most dangerous thing I've ever done outside of this routine, I think, was the unbelievable trick that I executed It was the most unbelievable one ever executed by a man on a surfboard. You see, I stand on the board with my hands tied behind my back, blindfolded, see?
Uh-huh.
And with my feet chained to the board.
I see.
And then I go right into a big wave. Now, what do you think of that trick?
Well, you drown.
Oh, you know the trick.